The first date. So
he did a very good job of planning the romantic night out. He got me flowers. He told me to put on a nice dress, do my hair and my makeup.
I planned it out that we would go to a nice dinner. Nothing too fancy because we're not fancy people. So I decided let's take her to Zinn's in Delafield.
It was the candlelit whole scenario, and it was very awkward for both of us because we didn't really talk beforehand, and we are not very fancy people, and we're in this fancy place trying to be like classy. And so
we did that. She was dressed up, she was gorgeous. I dug out the nicest thing I had. And then I took her to Zinn's. Both had a lovely dinner.
It went really well though. We made it through the dinner, and at the end of the dinner we were like, do you want to go get a beer? And we're like, oh my gosh, yes, please.
We both felt awkward being at such a nice place.
So he takes me to this bar that he goes to with his friends often, and all of his friends were there. So I got to meet everybody.
So we went there, had a beer or two, had some food, and kind of kicked back and relaxed. And then best friends decided to...
Have you ever been to a strip club? And I said, no, why? I don't think that would be on the top of my list of things to ever do. And they're like, oh, well, it's part of initiation. You just gotta go. And
so on our first date, we went to the strip club with all our friends till 2:30 in the morning, and then came home. It
was odd. I don't know. I don't know how to describe strip club, but it was scary, and I was way out of my element. And at the end of the night, he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope we can still get back to go to another date. And I was not scared. I was like, yeah, I knew I was gonna get a second date. Confident. I stuck around, so he did something right, that's for sure. So that's our first date story. So John proposed. We went down to Arkansas, and we were spending Christmas with the family. We tried to take turns spending time with each of our families on the holidays, and I was very excited about this one because it was the first time I'd seen my family, I think, in that whole year. So I was excited to see Mom and Bobby. And we went out to a band somewhere in Little Rock, I think it was. I don't remember much. I was just so nervous about what I was doing. John's younger brother, Elliot, was coming with us, and I've been friends with Elliot for like 13 years, so it was great to have him be a part of the family as well and see everybody. Angie didn't know about it. My mom, Bobby, and Elliot were the only ones that knew about it. So no one besides the drummer knew about it. Bobby suggested we go see this band that he knows. I'm like, oh sure, I love seeing bands, let's go. And we all got fancy and dressed up, and the boys got dressed up, and we get there and we're listening to this band play, and they're really funny, and they pull Bobby up on stage, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a great band, like, I like it. And so one of the songs, actually, Bobby forgot to tell me when to go up, so he went up, forgot to tell me about it, and I was sitting at the table like, is this my cue? John keeps looking at Elliot, and he goes, will you go to the bathroom with me? I'm like, the boys going to the bathroom together. I'm like, isn't that a girl thing to do? And it just didn't click in my head as to what they were doing. And so after freaking out for a minute, Elliot said, yeah, get up there, go. So the drummer paused everything. I was called up on stage by the drummer, and Bobby was still up on stage as well. Said, you know, we have a late gift for you. And he gave me a gift and said it was a late Christmas present. Bobby and the drummer did a great job of keeping her distracted, which is difficult. I opened it, and on the inside it said, look behind you, from your almost dad. She read the note. I was behind her on one knee, and she turned around, and then that was it. I asked the question. So I was just on cloud 9 the whole night with everybody, and I just couldn't thank everybody who participated. I couldn't thank everybody enough, so it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Couldn't have gone any better than that.
Today, Kylie and John make this day extra special. This day is special to me for another reason. Because exactly 25 years, 6 months ago to the day, I received a special gift from God, a blessing. She was small, and feisty, and I called her Kylie Rose.
When he met Kylie, and I can say that every mother in this room, and one of my best friends is my person that I am getting this from, is when you have a child, you see things in your child that you know there's a change. And the day he met Kylie, he came in and said, let's talk. And I knew he got struck by a bow. It was just like you could tell there was something magical. And I just, as a mom, went, something changed.
She had this safety blanket called Fuzzy Bunny, and it was just a little stuffed animal bunny. And I always remember it at being really dirty, like my mom said. I never saw it clean. This old bunny was old and gray, and she kept it with her constantly. And I honestly think she still has it. It's in the bed right now. So yes, she keeps it with her constantly.
Under my pillow.
But she loved this bunny so much that it lost some of its fluff and until the point that it turned old and gray. But she still always had it with her folks. And the amount of love she had for it never left her side. So as you can see, Kylie definitely has a wild and passionate side. And many people can't handle that. Like at points in my life, I definitely couldn't handle that. But God has blessed her with someone who can. And at most times is her equal. And I'm so glad for that. I'm so glad that Kylie has someone new to take on adventures. And I'm so glad that he can drag you along on just as many crazy and passionate adventures. So John, I hope that you're prepared to be loved with all of her love, because she will do that until you're old and gray, just like Fuzzy Bunny.
These are the days that fly by when you're not looking. Don't wanna waste it on all your nights spent alone again. We are different, stuck in a small town, haven't left just yet. Got bigger dreams running through our heads, running through our heads. Oh, we
The unexpected thing, I would say, that I'm still shocked I said yes to, was John asking if the groomsmen can come in on high-speed tubes behind our boat. That was an unexpected yes on my end, definitely.
New
He's calling you now. Wide-eyed, every color in bloom. I only wanna wake up with you. I only wanna be with you now. New light, the whole earth in bloom. I fly through the stars to get to you. First breath, first moment with you. Wide-eyed, I try a little